Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Wednesday, October 9th, 2013. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We're going to start with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. Futures are trading higher by about 3.5 points right now. They've been flip-flopping around. A little bit higher before, a little bit lower. But again, futures are trading a little bit higher. The big announcement today is that President Obama is going to nominate Janet Yellen to become the new Federal Reserve Chairman to replace Ben Bernanke. So that's the news. Markets are getting a little sugar pop off of it, but I don't know how long it's going to last. What's the difference between Ben Bernanke or Janet Yellen? It's the same person. In essence, the same policies. So we'll see how that plays out. But nonetheless, President Obama is going to nominate her today. At least that's what the news is saying. And we'll see if that happens. Ultimately, there really is no difference from Ben Bernanke in the market. We'll have to react off of that, but the market getting a little bit of a pop off of more money printing, and she's supposedly very, very dovish, and she'll continue the Bernanke policies. So we'll see how the market reacts today. Right now, the market's more concerned with the debt ceiling coming up on October 17th, and also the 9-day government shutdown, which is taking place right now. So we'll see how this all shakes out, but I'm not a real big believer in this morning pop with on the back of Janet Yellen becoming the new Fed chairman. So we'll see how that plays out. Looking forward, you do have Fed minutes today at 2 o'clock, so write that down. Be prepared. You're going to have the Fed minutes released. That's basically a transcript or a modified transcript from their last FOMC meeting. So that could be a little bit of a market mover, I suppose. But I think the what's going on in Washington regarding the government shutdown and the debt ceiling is the bigger issue. We do have some stocks in the news today. First stock I want to talk about real quick is ALCOA. ALCOA always beats by a penny. I'm sure they beat by a penny this time as well. Stock is up. It was down at around $7.94. It's trading around $8.18 at the moment. The best case scenario for ALCOA could trade to $8.35, and that would be it. So there's not much upside here. Its maximum upside, and this is a daily chart I'm talking about, is really $8.35. The stock is going nowhere. So don't really pay too much attention to it. It used to be market bellwether. It used to be part of the Dow. It is no longer part of the Dow Jones Industrial Average. The Dow kicked that stock out and replaced it with Goldman Sachs. So we'll just have to see how it plays out, but don't expect any more upside than $8.35, maybe $8.36, somewhere around that level. That would be max move. Looking at another stock here, Yum Brands. Yum Brands really getting hit. We have gap levels for this one. This looks like it will find a support level at some point. But if you want the gap levels, they'll be posted in the chat room at 9 o'clock. That's another 15 minutes from the time of this recording. So Yum Brands is getting hit. I guess they missed on earnings. I think their China sales were somewhat in line. Who really believes it? Just follow the market. The market right now is taking that stock lower, and you just want to find out where that stock can get a bounce. That's all that matters. Let's take a look at the next stock here, which is Men's Warehouse. You're going to like how you dress, but this stock is being pursued to be bought out by Joseph A. Banks, another clother. Right now, Men's Warehouse trading up here around the $46 level. There is no reason to get short Men's Warehouse. What's going to happen is they're going to probably counteroffer Joseph A. Banks, which could drive the stock a little bit higher, or they're going to get another bid from somebody else. So Men's Warehouse is in a strong technical position right now. Pretty strong move. It's at a new all-time high, I believe, or at least a multi-year high. So very, very good pop for Men's Warehouse. And we'll just take it at that. I don't think there's a lot to do here. I was looking the stock over pretty closely earlier in the session, but I just don't know if there's a lot to do here. The stock is pretty strong, and when you're the company that is going to be acquired or bought out, you usually will have more of a premium and you'll hold the level. Now, Joseph A. Banks is a different story. They're the company that's buying, so this stock goes up a little bit more. There'll be a short level out here. I have levels for that already posted in the chat room. So if come over to the chat room, we'll have some levels. But you don't want to be Joseph A. Banks gaps up a little bit more, you'll get a shorting opportunity. That is the acquiring company. This is the company that will be buying Men's Warehouse. So this one can be shorted. We'll have some gap levels for that in a little while. So that's what we're looking at right now. Let's take a look at oil and gold. This morning you do have gold trading down about $18. One would normally think that the nomination of Janet Yellen would be bullish for gold, but it is not the case. Gold is down about $18 at $13.0650 an ounce. So pretty big sharp decline. Let's take a look at the GLD. GLD is sitting right at 126. It closed at 127.40. So this is a pretty steep decline, pretty solid decline for the GLD today. Be careful with gold. Gold will remain volatile. The real reason, in my opinion, why gold sold off today is very simple. And this is something that I've taught a lot of the in-the-money stocks traders. And I'm going to show you this right now. It's the dollar yen. Okay, this is the chart that makes gold go up and go down. And notice you're going to see my max move for members right here. My max move to the downside for members was right here. And you're going to see the dollar yen right now popping today. Pretty sizable move. It's only up about 50 cents. But that's a lot of meat and potatoes in the currency world. When the dollar yen gets a bid, it is a negative for gold. Just that correlation is in place at this time. That's something that I think every trader should follow. At some point, maybe it won't correlate anymore. But right now, at least over the past, 9 months to a year, the dollar yen has really dictated almost every move in gold. So right now I think traders want to be on the more cautious side when it comes to gold. Dollar yen is getting a bid today, and dollar yen, yesterday and the day before was at support, and it was supposed to get a bid. So again, that's how you want to correlate this stuff. Looking over at oil today, oil is trading lower by 9 cents. So we're sitting at light sweet crude is trading at 103.39 a barrel. Not a big deal. Take a look at the USO. The USO right now, oops, wrong symbol there. USO is a good proxy for oil. That's sitting at 37.31. Pretty much where it finished yesterday, maybe a little bit higher than yesterday's close, but pretty much we're right there from yesterday's close. So you don't want to make too much out of it at the moment. When we look at the intraday chart, we're at 37.25, so it's basically flat from yesterday's close. Not a big deal, and we'll just see how oil plays out. Right now it's very choppy and rocky here at this 103 range, and we'll just let it form a pattern. So you just there's not much to do with it, in my opinion, at least at the moment. All right, I'm going to leave it here, short and sweet today. So there's definitely quite a few stocks in motion. We're going to have about 6 or 7 gap plays posted at about 9 o'clock in the morning, so come on over to the chat room if you want to play those morning gap plays with us. With that said, everybody, have a great trading day, and we'll see you on the charts.